Hey everyone, wow, let's hope I can get through this video with the allergies. Good morning to you. Let's see what Kyrie do. I Googled Mr. Kyrie Irving. I am not sports oriented, okay? So I don't know about these guys until I hear something. So it says as of November 2022, Kyrie Irving's net worth is $90 million. Interesting. Let's talk about it. $90 million. You're worth $9 million, but still powerless. Oh, yeah. See, here's the thing I think some of us are missing. No matter who you are, where you are, your net worth, be it you're rich, you're poor, you're working class, middle class, north, south, east, and west. Number one, you're black. Okay? Black male, black female. Are we individuals? You darn skippy. Of course we are. Number two, the culture. The culture of the group, the ideology, how we operate, how we see each other. It's well known. I've said before, there are no secrets. Everybody knows everybody's secrets. Everybody has an idea how people operate, how the men that look like him on the screen operate. So you're worth $90 million. As I said, the hashtag is in. Hashtag, they're checking black men. No, correction. They're hashtag power checking black men. Wait, oh yeah. So you got something to say, and you've expressed it through that tweet. You wanted to share something. And then when it didn't go over well. Now, never mind, we want to think about the danger of it all. Who's more dangerous? The creators of the film, who put it together, maybe some of the actors and actresses. I haven't seen the film. Or maybe the large platform like Amazon who streams it. I never heard of this guy. Everybody's heard of Amazon. So who's the greater threat if it's that bad? But they know to go after, in my opinion. The weakest link, and the weakest link is men like this on the screen. Yeah. The weakest link. $90 million. $90 million and still powerless. How do we get there? In this case, we can't really play victim. Oh, no. I mean, hey, man up. So, out of all that going on, and when they expressed their displeasure at it, what did he do? Now there's a longer apology. He tried to stand his ground for 2 seconds. It reminds me of just when they had, I think that was it basketball, and they weren't going to play, and the serious boycott landed like I think 24 hours. And the rumor was Obama had made a call to LeBron. That's what I heard. But it lasted 24 hours for those men to take a stand. And the stands didn't let 24 hours. They were back playing. Dribble, dribble, dribble. 24 hours. Now they want to come in and have you to sit down with the rabbi so they can teach your $90 million net worth body how to operate. They're going to show you how you move. School you. I wouldn't be surprised if he were to go ahead and write a check directly to the little hats. So, as I said before, said again, people are doing what they want to do. They're doing what they want to do, whether you want to face it or not. When the opposition was focused on him, and it didn't go over well. Maybe it was free speech. You must learn today, black man. You can try to run away from your community. You can turn down your women, turn down your children. Guess what? Turn down your culture. I build it up. That's your problem right there. That's why nobody respects you. That's why nobody respects you collectively. This is a group when the women and children are killed and murked all day. Are black men on his level? Are they saying anything? Are they speaking out? When the women and children of their community are suffering, being murdered, robbed, assaulted, are the black men on his level speaking out? Not. Because they call themselves, I'm not part of that Negro, you are. They don't already power checked you already, boy. That's what they've done. So you really think, oh man, what they doing him wrong? I hate to tell you what men like this do is wrong. What they do, in my opinion, and this is why they're not respected. What they do, they go ahead and make a whole lot of money. And the things that they should be doing, they don't do. That's why White Zaddy, aka Goldman Sachs, got to pull up. Because men like this on the screen, they want and they won't. And see, what you don't realize, the things that I'm saying, they've already had the discussion. Hell, you've had how long to pull up? It didn't take him long to pull up with 500,000 donation to the Anti-Defamation League. It didn't take you long to pull that checkbook out, did it? You pulled out quick. Why? Because Daddy was mad, and you sure don't want that, does ya? Zaddy got mad, tapped you on your hand. You knew to pull that checkbook out, didn't you? How many of them, again, these men won't stand up for their community. They call themselves, oh, I'm divorced from the hood. Negro, that's why they put you in check. You can move all you want to. That's still part of you. So other men got to come in and say, hey, you know what? We see that there are some people that are like the best and brightest in this community. And oh, let's see, the black men that can afford to, they're not standing up for them. So here come Goldman Sachs. Here come Aberdeen MasterCard to do what you won't do. But time Zaddy, oh man, time the white man or little hat man show up and let you know, Kyrie, Tyrone, yay. You know to pull that checkbook out, don't you? $500,000. Here you go, boss. Here you go. I'm sorry, boss. Here you go. That's how I see it. What Goldman Sachs did, you don't think these men could do it? Of course they could collectively. They don't want to. And that's why nobody respects you. It's like having a house. You see the man down the street working every day. Yeah, and we actually knew somebody like this, and my parents and other church people, they were picking up the slack because the man was known to get paid, get his check, go to work. He might come home on Monday and look up his wife and family, had a lot of children. They were in the house. Sometimes I recall their lights being disconnected, and sometimes they didn't have food. It was like, oh yeah, them again. And the father worked on a job with my father at the time. Who gonna respect you? You have resources and you can't even feed your own kid. And even as a child, I know, oh yeah, he was a no good man because my dad said the guy just goes to a bar and just drinks and he hangs with women and doesn't come home to Monday and doesn't support his family. So his wife with a whole bunch of children, which blows my mind, is depending on us and church people and her family. Nobody respected him. I knew the man was a loser. And when he died, oh well, we knew how he treated the children. So nobody was showing up, oh, father. Some of them didn't even come see him as he was on his deathbed in the hospital. You think? They don't respect him. The same thing like the men on the screen. You can be worth millions of dollars and the best and brightest in your community, you're going to do a damn thing. It's going to take the white man. So I ain't worried about you. Nobody respects you. Do you not get it? Why would you need Goldman Sachs to stand ahead of all these Negroes, all this money? Trying to run away from blackness. And now I want to go ahead and say a little something. Oh, really? Nobody respects you. That's why they treat you the way they do. That's why I said a hashtag is in. Hashtag power checking black men. Oh, so now you want to step up and say a little something. Oh, really? Out of all the problems affecting your community, this is a culture that attacks the women and children and hold up dust buckets. Again, there are no secrets. Everybody knows everybody's business. Other cultures, they want to protect the women and children. Do things happen? Hell yeah. But overall, you're not gonna find a bunch of white women coming up dead or coming up missing. And you sure as hell ain't gonna find no white, Jewish. I don't see Asian, Hispanic. We're going, that's what they get. You might find some old dusty ass loser that's having a problem with one, but you're not gonna sit up here and find some white women, Jewish women, Asian women, Hispanic women. I've begged to differ. I've known quite a few people. You're not going to find them if they're women are under attack and they're going to go, well, they said they're independent, they're strong. That's what weak, broke ass men do. When you are conquered, that's what you do. And then time you get some money, you want to run up under somebody else and say, ooh, I's safe. I'm over here with them. I ain't nothing to do with that. Now you might be feeling yourself and you want to share a little something. They're not going to give you the tap across your head. Tap, tap, tap. They'll give you a little peace slapping. And to appease them, you ran over there with a check of $500,000. And then they didn't even want your money. Nobody respects you. So you may be worth $90 million. You're still powerless. They can check you anytime they want. Why? Because the one that's paying is the one that's saying. Out of all the dysfunction that happens in the BC, have you checked anyone give out a tweet like that? Protect our women. Can you do that? Maybe the tweet is there. I haven't seen it. Again, what's the guy? And I'm sure it's the black woman somewhere doing it as well. Shea butter with those schools. You can donate, and they said those kids are thriving. Over 98% is what I'm hearing. College bound. But where was your checkbook put out? You're worth $90 million. This ain't nothing. This is like me. That's like somebody like me giving somebody $10. But they know to run the master with that money, and they don't even want your money. You're getting a good lesson on how they see you. I'm so and so. You just a common Negro that's got some money. Other men gotta feed the people in your community. Where's hashtag stop killing black women? Hashtag stop killing black children. Where's the foundation at? Do you have one? I Googled it and I couldn't find Jack for it. You're gonna you really try to divorce yourself from your community. Honey, you cannot divorce. I don't care. I don't know who you're married to, really don't care. But I can tell you one thing, no matter what you do, how much money you have, you cannot and will not divorce yourself from the black skin or the blackness within. You can't. And now I want to speak out on this. $90 million net worth and still powerless. You learn today. And in case any other dusty want to pull up, they gonna learn today. You cannot call yourself men and you have avenues that can help the best. Do we have a lot of drama here? We sure do. But we have the best and brightest. Again, why would Goldman Sachs, which I appreciate, I'm happy to hear, but why would they even have to pull up with their money? White Zaddy. Just like in that movie, Madam CJ Walker. Who was pulling up? Goldman Sachs, great great granddaddy, the Grays. And who was turning down the black men? her dusty behind husband showing up there drunk, causing a scene, and then they left. And then the other black men that she attempted to do business with, they didn't want to hear it. They declined to invest. Ain't nothing changed. You in the same state, it's a different date. And then when she went to meet with one black man, he tried to assault her. Good thing she had that heat in that purse. Nothing's changed. Same state, different date. Worth $90 million and you still powerless. So you got your about lesson. You got your about lesson. And you look, came with, I thought about that. Why these niggas not all write a check quick? Oh, you already know. Let me want to make it right. Want to make it right. In situations like this here, in his family, I'm wondering. Every kid who wants to go to college, you worth $90 million. Every kid that wants to go to college in your family, that should already be paid for. You should have some of the doctors, and I don't care if you see them on a regular night, other family. You should have so many doctors and lawyers and nurses, oh my, accountants. You should have entrepreneurship on lock with the people in your family. And if you don't, what the hell does that tell you all about this group? The dysfunction. You ran the white zaddy. You ran the zat with $500 million. So the kids in your family, nobody should be suffering in the public school with an inferior education. The ones who are smart want to learn, you should be investing in them. What you want to bet? I bet you dime to dollar these men ain't. They're not doing that. Oh, heck no. Living for yourself. Just me. Just me. I wonder how many kids in his family are going to school off his dime. How many are going to school off of his dime? How many has he invested in? School, college, entrepreneurship? And you can't help everybody, but you're not going to tell me it's not something I want to do, but you're not going to tell me that. You're going to have a whole lot of people. It's always going to be some talent in the room. Know how to seek. Well, I ain't got time for that. But, Negro, you had time to find a way to try to appease Zaddy and write this check right here, didn't you? Bruh. So this is why nobody respects him. And I'm not trying to hear about no victim on that. As a collective, they've earned it. Other people that don't look like you, they got to show up and try and reach out to the talent in the room. He got to show up and reach out to the talent in the room. He's trying to close the racial wealth gap. So we already know the boys from the men. And I don't mean the group. Boys to men. You can separate the boys from the men. Other men build and control their communities. They don't just litter with children with ignorance and then just run. But time he stepped out of line, tap, 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 tap. He knew how to run and get that checkbook out like that. I thought about it. Black organizations trying to help. Look in Houston. These men are showing you every day. Look at that with the Chris Brown deal. Trying to raise some money because they did have flood insurance. Why? Because flooding doesn't really happen in Houston like that, okay? And it's not like you just walk up and say, I'm on flood insurance. That's a government program. What did Chris Brown do? At the last minute, and the Negro done took the check. At the last minute, ain't gonna be no concert. But you, ma'am, that's why these mammas ain't worried about you. I'm gonna do a separate video. I'm gonna try to do it today. Of what happened just this week. Me and my husband having an issue with the baby mama. And I'll let you know what I said to do and why I said to do. Well, honey, we got to do something. We ain't got to do jack, because she chose that. You want us to write a check right now? So she can go home and rest? She knew what she was doing when she came to see the poverty D. This just isn't right. To tell her man that. Tell her that. Because, see, I've dealt with issues like that before. Not that I want to help a black woman. Oh, honey, I've dealt with it before. I have dealt with it before. That's a separate video. But some things is earned. My response to the issue at hand is not my problem. That's her problem. And I'm not putting out no checkbook. I ain't coming out with no cash out. Because I've seen experience what women like that'll do. My helping hand is put up on the shelf. I'm done. I'm done. Really, I'm done. Just like in my training, I was like, it's sad that the people that you know, even especially family, I was telling my friend, I was like, what if some of our family members had listened to us and then, hey, take the classes and let's just try to provide a little guidance. The money that was made, and again, not bragging, but in 3 months, I said I did over $100,000 trading in 3 months. What if I could have said, hey, here's what I'm doing, and just share this as family, and then let 10 other people do it. I said, do you know in doing so, $100,000 times 10 people, is that $1 million? And I deal with numbers all day, my brain getting fuzzy. Can you see what kind of wealth been created? What if it was just 5 people? What if it was 20 people? Maybe the numbers would have been the same, but one darn thing, they wouldn't have been broke. What if? I've been doing puts on QQQ to make a whole lot of money, but I think this week, I think I just made 5,000 this week. That's all I made on QQQ. But I'm still holding. Oh, and I did a little shorts on Mealy, so yeah, I had to make a whole lot of money. But yeah, but I'm not gonna diss it. Hell, it's some money, it's a check. I've been to a point I hadn't made that in a month. So much dysfunction. So much dysfunction. Where is his program? $500,000, you can get a foundation started. Maybe in the inner city to teach black boys the sports and to stop and maybe get some I know we don't want to put money in black hands. Maybe get a professional person to talk to them to love yourself. You shouldn't look at somebody little like you and at least think, oh, they mean mugging and start shooting like a dumb, crazed, demonic fool. But when they make Zaddy mad, they know how to run to him with some cash. Here you go, here you go. And Zaddy didn't even want your money. Zaddy didn't even want your money. He already got it. He making a move. You trying to hand him a $500,000, he still don't want your money. Will he do that to a black person that he offended? I ain't giving that so-and-so nothing. I doubt that he would. What if he did a tweet that offended a black person? You think he would come out with a check? I check not. I think not. But we got to make amends with Zaddy. That's the respect they have. They know who's in control. Again, the one that's paying is the one that's saying. And this right here, the lack of respect, the respect that they don't get, let's not act brand new. They've contributed to it, boo. They've contributed to it. So when your so-called kings step out of line, they know how to apologize and run to Zaddy with a check. But what would they do for other people? Again, it's sad. It's a good thing, but think. Zaddy, aka Goldman Sachs, they got to go and pick out the talent within the room, within the black community, and try and lift it up. What these men doing? Nothing. I don't want to get involved in that. No, it might be a scam. What a joke. Yo, Kang. And then I heard these dumb podcasts. How about they gonna rule? What you gonna rule? We already saw how your rulership ended with the Moors. Sometimes I wonder, real quick, why black people have an affinity to Europe. Well, hell, you think the Moors? We love some made in Italy. You see how they operate. Zaddy can put them in check just like that. But they never want to build their own up. You think somebody at Spelman or Morehouse can use this money? You think somebody at one of these HBCUs, this could help with tuition? You think it couldn't? Maybe you could pay the tuition and room and board, and maybe that student can quit that doing job or maybe cut back so much they can study more so and learn faster, make better grades, be less stressed the hell out. But they don't want to do that. But boy, time they make Zaddy mad, they know that I got to come up with some cash. Time they make Zaddy mad. Again, it's why nobody respects you. That's why nobody respects you. And that's why that hashtag is in. Hashtag, they're power checking black men. Simply said here on YouTube. Let me know what you guys think. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. I'm out.